I'm not sure I want to look at this picture. It had a dog's penis floating around in it, a piece of bacon with some sparrow on it, and it looks more like something that was found in the ruins of Pompeii. That looks like rationing food. Hello everyone, I'm James May. My new show, Oh Cook, is out on Prime Video on the 13th of November. But prior to that, for It's Gone Viral, I'm going to be reviewing your cooking. Right, here we have Vickys Gourmet Fry, which appears to be some slightly tragic-looking hash browns, overdone scrambled eggs, some chopped up cherry tomatoes, and a piece of bacon with some sparrows on it. I'd say I'd give that difficulty 1, presentation, well, 2. 1 and 2 giving an overall score of 3 for Vickys Gourmet Fry. Next up, we have Shane's sausage and potato soup. Well, it's a soup. You sort of put the ingredients in the pot and steam away. So I'd say difficulty is 1. Presentation, if it was presentation of that photograph, it would be 0 because it's not even properly in focus as far as I can tell. But it does look a bit insipid. It could do with something green on the top, even if it was just a sprig of parsley to make it look more palatable. Maybe a little sprinkling of black pepper, and maybe arranged in such a way that it didn't look like it had a dog's penis floating around in it. So I'm only going to give it 2, giving a total score of 3.
Would you eat that?
I would eat that, yes, because what sort of sausage is it? Is it genuinely a sausage? It actually looks more like a bone.
We can only hope it's a sausage.
Yes, well, indeed. We can only hope generally. Yeah, I'd give it a try. I mean, the broth bit might be quite tasty if it's been seasoned accurately. The potato looks half decent. I'd take 1 spoonful and see how I felt after that. Spam, egg and chips. Now, this is something I've made myself. It's not quite as easy as it looks because doing those fried eggs properly is difficult, although I don't think they've been done particularly well there, but they're not broken. Hasn't been fried or cut up. So I'd say the presentation, especially with the tin in the background, as if you didn't know it was Spam, is quite lazy. So I'm going to say difficulty is actually, if you were doing it properly, difficulty would be 3. Presentation, I quite like the artistic egg on top of the chips, but it's still only a 2, I'm afraid. Disappointing. I mean, I could have done better. Next up is Paige's roast dinner. It would appear to be roast pork. It has Yorkshire puddings individually made in a thingy tray, which some people say is wrong, and some people say you should only have Yorkshire puddings with beef, but I don't quite buy that. Potatoes, yes, it's got some stuffing. This is pork and stuffing. I think I can see parsnips in there. Difficulty, I'm going to say that's 4 because there's a lot of careful timing to be done. Presentation is still not that brilliant, to be honest. It's slightly piled up, but some effort has been made. There's some gravy inside the Yorkshire pudding. I'm going to give that 3. Barry's breakfast in a can. Now, obviously I was young and a student once. I know what these things are. He's made an effort to put it on toast. I would say difficulty, this has to be 1. Toast is the most basic thing you can cook, and heating something up in a tin is not difficult by anybody's standards. Presentation, though, I quite like the use of the square plate and the way it's been angled diamond-wise relative to the camera, and it's quite neatly arranged on the toast, and the ingredients are well spread out. I'm going to give that 4, meaning a total score for the breakfast in a can of 5. The next one is called Paul's Sausage Surprise, and I'm not sure I want to look at this picture. It is, I would say that is a can of mushroom soup with an insipid, partly cooked sausage added to it. That's not difficult. I'm going to give it 0 for difficulty. Presentation, I think I could be generous and give it 2. That does look like something from the 1950s. That looks like rationing food. You score a total of 2 for that, I'm afraid. Next is Josh's Beef Wellington. Oh, my word. Now, that is interesting. Difficulty, this would be very difficult. There are several stages. You've got to make the, whatever you call the crusty thing. You've got to not overcook the beef. You've got to make that jus sauce drizzle thing. Difficulty, I would say 5. Presentation, I mean, a bit poncy, but pretty good, to be honest. 4, giving us a new leader with a total score of 9. Beef, cheddar and corn. So this is a piece of beef I'm assuming it doesn't. It looks more like something that was found in the ruins of Pompeii. And there's a piece of packet cheese, I think, laying on the top. Is this an American has done this? That looks suspiciously like Jack cheese. They've put corn next to it because corn is seen as something that saves everything to the Americans. So I'd say difficulty, that is not very difficult. I'm going to give that 1. Presentation would also only be 1, apart from the artful display of meat juices in a crescent to one side of the plate, which elevates it to 2. You've scored 3. Well done. Simon's Special Pizza. Let's have a look at this. Simon's Special Pizza, that's quite interesting because it's obviously very thin, which is difficult to do. It is artfully arranged with a glass of wine, again on a square plate, which suggests somebody is at least making a bit of an effort. Slightly daft idea with something that is essentially round, a pizza, but it does look nice and thin. The ingredients look very thinly sliced. It's got some basil leaves on it. It's lightly done. I'm going to say that is quite difficult. 4 for difficulty, and I'm going to give it a massive 5 for presentation. That almost looks like it's been done in a restaurant, giving a total score of 9, which I think makes it in joint first place. Well done.
Have you made pizza before?
Actually, I have made pizza on a completely different show, Man Lab, years ago, because we built a pizza oven from scratch out of fire bricks and stuff, and then we needed to test it, and we made a pizza I believe we invented called the Full English, and it was actually pretty tasty, and it even looked quite good. I would have given myself 8 in total for that. Of those things, the one I would most want to eat, now it's either the breakfast in a tin on toast, which I know is good, or, and I'm saying this as someone who never wants a pizza, I do eat them, but I've always maintained that I've never actually wanted a pizza, but I would eat the pizza. So it's a tie between tin breakfast on toast and the pizza.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Kevin Hart.
Hi, my name's Eric Snowstreet.
Hi, I'm Margot. I'm Journey.
I'm James McAvoy.
I'm Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm Rebel Wilson.
I'm Jeremy Clarkson.
I'm going to be translating some Scottish tweets for It's Gone Viral.
On It's Gone Viral.
Ooh, on It's Gone Viral.